Pisces, how you doing? We're just going to do a chakra and aura reading for you. We're going to be looking at your energies at the moment or this week for this end of this week, and then we're going to be looking at what's happening in the energies within you in the 17th, 18th, 19th of May, because there seems to be something that's going on through that. It's coming up different for everybody, for most signs. There's some correlation between some signs of how we react to what is going on, but there is definitely something that is brewing for that period there, and it's good to know, what sort of energies you should be putting your time and effort into. Okay, so thank you very much for being here, and I hope you get the best out of this reading, and I hope it helps you out. I know it will help you out. There you go, Pisces. Oh, there's a real fundamental thing at the moment. And then, okay, so you may be doing a lot this week, and putting things into place this week. That's what it seems like. There's a bulge down at the root. There seems to be something going on in the solar plexus and something in the third eye and throat chakra. So without further ado, let's get into your root chakra here in this week here. Quite short, very solid, and it is working on your grounding aspect of it all and getting things in place that you can trust. That's the sort of energy that's sort of coming through it. There's like something that you can rely upon that's consistent within your life. That's what the energy sort of like flowing through you sort of seems to be sort of saying. On your sacrum and your sacrum. Your sacrum's actually, I don't think it's about your fundamental desires. I think it's about sort of just trusting the rhythm of life. That's what it seems to be. Let's see what's going on in your solar plexus. Well, it seems to be quite eruptive, Pisces, and it seems to be eruptive in a particular direction. So it's almost as if like this week, like you're being very passionate about one thing or another, or passionate about one thing. It's like one thing at a time. It's not necessarily one thing, but one thing at a time. It's really being able to define your passions between one thing and another. That's what it seems to be energetically. Let's just see what's going on with your heart chakra as well. This is really tight. This is really tight. So this ties into the solar plexus as well. I think this is, there seems to be like a real call to action upon your heart's desires, and really focusing on the ones that really connect with you at the moment. Let's see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. There's a lot of logic in that as well. A lot of logic. And I think this is all to do with that trusting as well. Trusting what's going on within your life at the moment. It seems to be logical in that sort of respect. Let's see what's going on in your crown. It's very rounded, as if like you don't want to be bothered. You roll with the punches, sort of scenario, consciously. You're rolling with the punches consciously with sort of what is going on in the world around you at this present time. That's what it seems to be. Let's just see what's going on now for the 17th, 18th and 19th for you and see what's happening here. This is growing even more now, the root. Okay, I'll get through it. Let me just do the aura. I just got a message there. I'd like to sort of like, got to keep an eye on that. Very interesting aura. It's almost as if like the root chakra, Let's get in here, and because that's really quite big. It's growing a lot more. It's doing like a tap root energy. So some plants grow out roots wide. Some plants grow roots that go deep, and that's like a main tap root. And that's what you seem to be going on. I think you're trusting things, but it's like the message I got was, and now we know it to be true. And now we know, sort of scenario. And it's almost as if like you've decided something within you, or decided something within your energies. It's like, now we know, then that's what I can rely on, because that's what flows in from the trust from before. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. That's really got a lot more important. That's a lot more important. Working on, I think this is like giving you a clarity of your fundamental desires of, how to, of your home, your job, your situation, and even your relationships, and very fundamental sort of things. So like it could be like I need a home, or I need to move, and your heart's desires is, where do you want to move to? That's the sort of thing. But it's just the recognition that you need to move. That could be just an example. It's not like tarots. We're into energy here. We're sort of like how we can react between with energies and stuff like that. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. Well, your solar plexus is kind of like it's got a lot more weight. It's almost as if like the thing that you're putting your passions into individual things has now gone. It's almost going across the board equally, rather than just being focused on one thing at a time. And your heart chakra is wider. It's got more sort of flow to it. I think you've decided here not to get involved in the ludicrous and lunacy that can be the human race sometimes. They are, the human race is a little bit scatty sometimes, isn't it? And I think this is the case of what's happening here. I think there's fundamental things that are happening, in a sense that we're going to realize that things weren't necessarily as what we thought or what we've been told. And I think this becomes very clear for you, much more clearer for you than any other sign I've seen as yet. But there is this decompartmentalization of the whole sort of scenario. Let's just see what's going on in your, because even your third eye and your throat chakra is also responding to your sacrum here, and it's becoming more important. And I think this is where you're applying your mental ability with your emotions in life in order to get what you want, or to not necessarily get what you want, but to actually make the judgment calls on the fundamentals or the foundations of your life, of where you should be and what you should be doing. What's going on the crown? Well, the crown is like, that has gone from being rounded, sort of kind of like rolling with the punches, to now just sort of kind of going, I'm not getting involved in that, because I want to get involved in just this. And it's being really poignant, I think, in its energy. And this is the changes that's sort of happening. So if I was you, I would really get on the case in this week here. We'll see this in your weekly readings as well, which will be coming out on Saturday. You'll see that on this channel, on the tarot readings. But it seems like, I would really get moving on and putting into place, trusting those things of your foundations, of your rooting or your earthing energy, that actually, gives you the run-of-the-mill sort of stable, sort of where I live and things like that. I think there's something that you need to be sort of, by what has gone on in the world, it's going to give you a lot more clarity on that sort of thing. And it's certainly going to make your consciousness much more sort of defined about what you want to put into life. I would move towards that. That's what it seems to be going on. So let's just see. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a smoother energy. It's a lot smoother energy for you. So I think it's going to make things a lot easier for you, actually, more than anything else. There you go, Pisces. Don't forget, we will be doing those live readings over at Veritas Tarot as well, with Victoria as well, which you can find linked in the description below. You'll see you for your weeklies, and I will be doing a tarot collective and all sign time stamped on the 15th or the 16th next week on this subject of what's going on the 17th, 18th of May, 18th and 19th of May. I will see you there. Thank you very much for being here, Pisces. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.